Airplane mode.
Bang, bang. Yeah. Bang, wang.
Bang, bang, chicken. Bang, 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 bang.
Philippa. Philippa. Philippa.
Philippa.
Philippa.
I don't know any Philippas.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice girl.
Lovely girl. She's just split up with my mate. Milan Show Special. Hello and welcome to the all-new MV Agusta F3 Competizione.
I mean,
Is this the hottest bike of 2025 already?
it is.
Is it?
It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
I'm not a fan of sort of kind of the black and greys and everything else, but even in this, it just looks absolutely beautiful. I would do naughty things to this bike.
And then, I mean, MV as well. It's the baller of bikes. Like if you ride an MV,
Yeah. The slippery surface signs are out everywhere,
yeah,
aren't they?
Yeah. I like the way they do things. I don't know how they're still in business. I mean, they've been bought and sold more times than a cut and shut down Blackbush market.
Yeah.
But I mean, they still manage to turn out incredible pieces of art, which is what they say.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, so the Competizione is a very limited edition bike. It's only 300 units. So, I mean, it's probably sold out now already.
Yeah.
And if you have to ask how much it is, you probably can't afford it anyway. But
How much is it?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
That's how much it is. It just doesn't even bother saying.
Yeah, so it's based on the RR, which was already a racy puppy, which is racing World Supersport this year or last couple of years. And interestingly, they've done the opposite of Ducati, whereas Ducati have made a smaller bike because they're fed up of detuning their bike in World Supersport. MV are gone, give it some more power.
Have 160 bloody horses of them.
160 horsepower claimed. I mean, that's a lot, isn't it?
That is a lot.
I'm thinking 140 at the rear wheel, maybe, perhaps.
Who knows? We'll have to get one.
That's in race trim with the race kit. So of course, you got the standard bike, but all the bikes come with a full Acra race tie system, which isn't obviously homologated. But also you get a carbon fibre cover for the exhaust, CNC machine fuel cap, lightweight fiberglass seat cover, dedicated bike cover, and a certificate of authenticity for each of the 300 units made.
Well, that makes you go faster just there, doesn't it?
Definitely.
It's also got carbon wheels.
Yes.
It's got Öhlins wangers on it.
Yep. Öhlins front and rear.
And I mean, I keep getting perplexed by this picture of the
It's
cockpit.
beautiful, isn't it?
That is delicious. Like, I want to eat that.
Have you got fillings?
Yeah.
I don't think your fillings are like that.
No, or the teeth. The fillings will probably survive, but the
Really?
teeth probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is gorgeous. And it's got a key, which is a rare historic treat in this modern world.
So this is Euro 5 Plus engine, as I said, as Chris said, 160 horsepower claimed with exhaust, 147 horsepower in sort of the standard trim it comes with. Redline is 13,500 RPM, and you get titanium valves.
And, talking about the previous model, in race form, it's what, 14
kilos.
14 kilograms. I was going to say kilos. What is the difference between a kilo and a kilogram? Is there any difference?
Nothing.
It's just the way it's said.
Yeah,
You sure?
it's easier saying kilos.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
or kilos.
Kilos.
It's
It's 14 kilos lighter than the previous bike.
Yeah.
Well, than the
Than
RR.
the RR, yeah.
I mean, even with those 14 kilos, it is quite heavy.
178 curb.
No, it's not 178.
It is.
curb.
It's 178 curb.
It's not.
It is. 178 curb. It is.
Okay.
It is.
Oh, well,
Trust
okay,
me.
that's pretty light then.
Yeah.
And what was the Ducati then? Just for comparison?
176.
But a lot.
But that's
Less
in road
power.
trim,
Yeah.
and that's the MV with the race kit on.
But just look at it.
It reminds me of it's a bit John Player. I don't even remember the JPS Nortons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of the design cues I was reading somewhere in the press pack is from the Claudio bike, which was the
Yes. Yeah. The
carbon.
F4. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I wish they still made an F4.
Well, apparently it's going to redefine the supersport segment, and to be fair, it probably is, because every other bike that is racing next year is all like the R9 and the new Ducati V2 and bikes like that, where they are kind of very much sort of road focused bikes and 120ish horsepower. This is like, let's have it, give it all. So,
But do we know what the power to weight, whatever the rules are going to be for World Supersport.
No, they'll make it up as they go along, like they did last time.
Do you fancy someone ringing your bell? Oh. Our competition partners at Apex 66 have a veritable feast of bikes to be won. So head over to apex66.co.uk for a chance to join thousands of other winners. Check the link in the description.
But I can tell you now, they'll have to detune this bike because pretty much every single bike we're racing against comes standard as 120. So I'm guessing once you put race kits on and other bits and bobs, I reckon the sort of core for the R9 KTM Ducati will be roughly 130 horsepower.
Yeah, I would have said 140, but yeah.
That's quite a lot. Let's meet in the middle, 135.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically like a 2001 Aprilia RSV Millie.
Yeah. So I mean, just looking at the aero and that, some of the pictures, MV claimed that the aero provides 8 kilograms of downforce at 240 kilometers an hour.
It's not
That's
a lot,
quite
is it?
it's quite a lot.
Is it?
No, it's not when you compare it to proper with bikes with wings, but still 8 kilos at that speed. It's not like they're saying 300 k's. It's 240 k's is what, 120.
Yeah, but then I suppose any bike without any downforce consideration would still at that speed have a weight downforce applied to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool,
Yeah.
so that's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ruined by wings, is it? It's
No, although I mean, I like the wing, I like the aero sort of side grille intake on this, but it would be more beautiful if it didn't have them. I will say that.
I don't know. I'm on the fence with that one.
How much do you think it's going to be?
25.
Oh, I would have said way more than that. I would have said 32.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, no, actually, with the race kit, 30. I'll say 30 grand. There's a new ECU with 6-axis IMU, 4 riding modes, and all the toys, including launch control.
Do you know what I like about MV?
What do you like?
I like when you look over an MV up close, in fact, we've got the old Budget by Battle one just there, looking very pretty. When you pour over that, just because it absolutely smashed yours,
Yeah.
you can see all the little fastenings, all the little welds, everything's really nicely made, really nicely made. Fair enough, there's probably some reliability issues as they get older, but when it comes out the factory, they are beautiful, beautiful machines.
Yeah, I mean, when they say, there's lots in the press bump of all the bikes, says, handmade in Varese. This is a classic example of handmade in Varese, in the factory, not being shipped out to other countries and then assembled in the home factory by robots and everything else. This is like a genuine thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's not a big factory.
No.
We've been there, haven't we? It's like a big shed.
It's like a big car boot sale.
So I love the way that they are trying to push the boundaries, as according to this, and still create these bikes. I think it's, amazing to do from such a small company.
Well, I mean, what do you think? I mean, nothing's really changed since KTM bought them, essentially. Nothing's changed. I mean, and I like that because it's very similar to Ducati and Audi, where they use all of the kind of strong points and money and everything else to make better bikes. I mean, it's going to be the same it's not going to be the same for companies like Gas and Husqvarna, where they take them to Austria. MV is still going to be Varese, built in Varese, blah, blah, blah. Nothing really will change from the outside, will it? I don't think.
No, I mean, according to recent articles, they have just taken more of a shareholding.
Yes.
Which is what you mentioned earlier off camera. But then where KTM is now is quite a precarious situation. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, Harley used to own them. Like, everyone's had a go on her. Everyone's had a go on her.
The office bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's had a ride. And
do you want to...
I mean, tell me more statistics.
No, I mean, that's pretty much... We covered most of it, but I mean, there's one nugget that I really like, and the fact that the claim... So it's a new clutch means there's 50% less effort for the lever, which, if you've ridden an MV, that's a good thing. I like that. Not that...
Explain that to me. So what they've done?
It's a new clutch.
Master cylinder or an actual clutch?
Whole new clutch. Different clutch
like
plates.
Plates and everything.
Yeah. Which is good because previous MVs have been.
Yeah.
And because they're hydraulic, you don't get that nice sort of springy, soft lever feel. So it's.
I mean, that one, when you knock it into first, it just creeps forward.
Yeah.
and the everything's been checked, and that's just that's just what they do. Bellissima.
Well, if anyone buys one, please let us know.
Yeah. I mean, that is something I would consider crowdfunding to buy, because I want it. The only thing I don't like about MV Agusta is their logo. So old.
I love it. It's classic.
Terrible font. They need to update it. They need to get with the times.
Well, maybe you should give them a business proposal because of your colours and shapes, man.
What, in exchange for a bike?
Yeah.
Give me a bike.
Give one of them.
And I'll redo it.
Redesign, rebrand the buggers. Yeah. Right, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Bing bong.